Deep inside an unmarked, windowless concrete warehouse in Northern Virginia, a single blinking green LED on a dust-covered server stack is quietly recording what you had for breakfast, how long you stared at a pair of shoes you cannot afford, and the exact millisecond you fell asleep last night. My name is Frank, and today we are tearing apart the harmless myth of the Internet cookie. We are exposing the quiet, invisible surveillance machine that maps your deepest psychological profile for the highest bidder. If you are ready to look at how your digital shadow is bought, sold, and weaponized, hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. The public is told that cookies are harmless convenience tools that remember logins, save shopping carts, and keep the web running smoothly. In the beginning, this was true. These are called first-party cookies. Think of them like a physical paper ticket you get at a theater coat check. When you visit a website, the server hands your browser a tiny text file, a code identifying your session. When you click to the next page, your browser shows that ticket back to the server so it knows you are still the same person. It is simple, local, and incredibly basic. But the multi-billion-dollar ad tech industry realized they could turn this simple digital ticket into a global tracking beacon. They achieved this through third-party cookies. When you visit a modern news website, you're not just connecting to that news site's server. Hidden inside the page's code are invisible single-pixel images and tiny scripts loaded from completely different domains. Google, Meta, and dozens of data brokers you have never heard of. As your browser quietly loads these invisible pixels, those outside servers deposit their own cookies onto your machine. Now, when you navigate to a completely different website that happens to use the same ad network, that outside server recognizes its cookie on your machine. Suddenly, a company you have no relationship with is silently tracking your journey across the entire web, compiling a digital diary of your health concerns, political leanings, and financial anxieties.
But the tracking is only half the system. The real horror is what happens with that data in the blink of an eye. The moment you click on a link, before the web page even finishes rendering, a silent, high-speed auction takes place. This is called real-time bidding. In less than 100 milliseconds, the ad network packages your tracking history, your geographic location, and your device type, broadcasting it to thousands of automated advertisers. Algorithms instantly calculate how vulnerable you are to an impulse purchase or a targeted political ad and bid pennies for the right to place an image on your screen. You think you are just loading a web page. In reality, your attention is being sold in a digital coliseum before the page can even load a single image. Tech giants want you to be a passive consumer of their software forever. But you don't have to just buy their products. You can build your own digital assets and own your code. And the best part? You don't even need to write traditional programming languages to do it. It's called vibe coding, and it's the ultimate cheat code. Look at Jamal, fam. Another rejection email. He's got $1 million app idea, but he's stuck because he don't speak Python or JavaScript. He thinks learning the code takes 4 years and a computer science degree, so he just gives up. Now I'm bad. The blueprint is right there in his dusty notebook, but the coding language barrier is blocking his blessings. Sitting in the dark, looking like an NPC. But then, the homie sends a cheat code. His boy puts him onto something called vibe coding. You don't need to know a single programming language. If you can text your homie in plain English, you can build a whole app. Jamal's smooth brain thinks it's cap, but he taps the link anyway. Best decision of his life, dead ass. He's reading the course page. It teaches you how to talk to AI, so the AI writes the code for you. Communication, that's the only skill you need. You already know how to talk to humans. Now you're just talking to the machine. One click, he locked in. Time to become the architect. Now watch the motion. He's taking the course, learning the exact words to make the AI build his vision. Look at the screen. He ain't typing weird symbols. He's just typing "build me a home" screen. Regular words, fam.
Boom! The AI translates his English into code and builds the interface right before his eyes. An error popped up, old Jamal would have crashed out. New Jamal just laughs because he knows how to talk the AI through the fix. He just tells the AI what went wrong in plain English, and it fixes it. That's vibe coding. That's real power. App submitted to the store. No degree required. He literally just talked his app into existence. Now look at the dashboard. Real users, real motion. He built a digital asset using the language he already speaks. Now he's got the keys, and he ain't gatekeeping. Listen to the man.
I didn't write a single line of code. I just used plain English to tell the AI what to build. It's called vibe coding.
If you can have a normal conversation with another human being, you already have the skills to build your own app today. Stop making excuses.
This course gave me the exact framework on how to communicate with the machine. Scan this or hit the link below and let's get to work. Talk to the machine. Build the app.
Stay dangerous.
You might think the solution is simple. Open your settings and clear your cookies. Unfortunately, the ad tech industry anticipated this. When cookies are blocked, they use a highly sophisticated technique called device fingerprinting. When your browser connects to a site, it transmits hundreds of tiny pieces of information to render the page correctly. Your exact screen resolution, the specific fonts installed on your machine, your operating system, your time zone, and even the unique way your graphics card draws a hidden canvas element. Combined, this data creates a highly unique, immutable mathematical signature. You can delete your cookies 1,000 times, but your browser's physical hardware profile remains a unique fingerprint that can never be washed off. In the modern digital landscape, the convenience of a free internet has come at the cost of total psychological visibility. Every click, scroll, and pause is mapped into a digital shadow that follows you across the globe, predicting your behavior better than your closest friends. If this video helped you see the technology in your hands differently, hit that like button and subscribe. We build builders here, not background characters.